This one's smart and he's asleep in the garage. It's 46 out here this morning. Come on, Tux, let's go, bud. Oh, Marty and Morris were in the hutch and the heating pad's on there, and there's a heating pad under Tux up on the platform too. Hey, bud. Good morning. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Everybody's here. Yay. Dark and cold. It doesn't look like the paper guy. Didn't really come close enough to the driveway to put it down, but Don's already gone, so hopefully the paper was out there for him this morning. Well, I wasn't watching Marty this morning, and he took off with Morris again, I guess. Dang it. Good morning, Ruby. Yeah, Ruby says it's 49 out there. Looks like it's going to be a sunny day, though. We're supposed to warm up a little bit going into the weekend, I think. So, almost all new cars now have these little dots in the bumpers in the front, the back, on the side. I'm assuming they're ultrasonic style sensors for not only for Tesla but these other cars. And Tesla yesterday announced that they're going with vision. They're going away from the ultrasonic sensors, first on the 3 and the Y, and then on the X and the S. And wow. I mean, I can see there being some advantages in it. Number one, less cost, because you're going to remove several parts from the car and you're not going to replace them with anything. And, you know, pretty much the black trim pieces, at least on the X, they have a sensor in the little decorative piece there over the wheel. And when that comes off, one of the clips breaks or something like that, you don't necessarily have to replace the sensor, but certainly sometimes in accidents and such, you do have to replace it. So that's, you know, repair, it could increase repair costs. So, I don't know though. I'm still not 100% convinced that the all camera in the front is as good as the beaming ahead, the radar, for preventing front end collisions, or, you know, the Tesla rear ending another car, because Ruby would do such an excellent job of anticipating the car in front of the car she was following, coming to a fast stop and slowing, even if the car in front of her wasn't slowing. I don't know if I've seen that replicated as good with the cameras. I'm not saying that she doesn't stop properly. Obviously, it's between her and the vehicle in front of her, but I loved that phenomenon of she would be able to beam up underneath several cars in front of her and know what was going on. And I guess here with the ultrasonic sensors, you know, us that drive with the animation or pay attention to it, especially the X and the S with the driver instrument cluster, we see these little yellow halos, half circles sort of off to the side of the car, indicating that the car is pretty close to an object. And obviously that's just animation, but it's off of what the ultrasonic sensor's detecting as far as how close the car is to the curb or the car next to it in traffic. And so I assume some of that code would be changing over time. I don't know, we'll see. I certainly feel like using the cameras instead of the radar has mostly been an acceptable, good, possibly better. I don't know. I don't know how to scrutinize it enough to tell, and I guess time will tell. But I would think Tesla would not have made that announcement about the ultrasonic sensors if they didn't think they could do it and they weren't pretty serious. I don't know. Can we leave the sensors on the car for a while in case we decide to change the software again? I like backups. Won't have to worry about it on Ruby because she's got them. But I guess at some point when they get ready to work on the X and the S, that she could have them, but them not be in use anymore. Looks like the same group of cars and the same group of people down at the tennis courts. Way cool. On the agenda today is a trip to the DMV office. I think Johnny's appointment's at 3:15 and Sam's is at 3:30. Johnny's learner's permit expired and he's not ready to get his driver's license yet, but he really could use a state issued ID even though he has a passport. Anyway, we've been waiting like 6 or 8 weeks for this appointment. Well, it turns out I made it on Wednesday afternoon and not one of the days of the... I made it on Wednesday afternoon and late instead of Wednesday and early or like Thursday and late. So Johnny's agreed to stay at school and just do homework until I pick him up at the normal end of the school day instead of at 12 like I normally would on Wednesday. And I'm going to grab Sam on the way downtown, and then it's over on New Bern, like the other side from the big hospital in town, like the biggest hospital. So it's just sort of a mess, but we're going to keep the appointment. We're going to go because postponing it would probably have meant December, and I do have time to handle it today. But yeah, I kind of messed up on the time of day, but hopefully we can get both boys whatever they need that allows them to practice driving and have an official state issued ID. We have to basically show up with the world, the entire world, in order to get this real ID thing. They make it really complicated. I think the hardest part is you have to have, and I may be in trouble with Johnny, but hopefully because I wasn't saving things like I should have, is you have to have a couple pieces of mail that come to your house to sort of prove your residency. Although Johnny just went through this, and so did Sam, went through this proof of residency thing for in-state tuition. And it uses some system that looks at your parents' stuff and you, and yeah, we agree that you're a North Carolina resident. It saves you a lot of money for in-state tuition. I mean, it's sort of a big deal, but I guess the DMV process is not that sophisticated. So, yeah, I gotta go because young kids, they don't have a utility bill or that kind of stuff. So it's a little more complicated. Something from the school would work. I'm sure I can find something, but I need to do that. So I'll be home longer today before I go back downtown. And one of the things I'll be doing is getting all of Johnny's documents ready. So anyway, that's what's on the schedule today. Well, autopilot has really been behaving. Sure hope it stays that way. Can we just stay here in the sun?
Sure, we can do that. It's a nice little bench.
I told Don, considering the size of this piece of landscape over here, they sure do put some money and manpower into it. Yesterday was all the trimming and the storm cleanup, and today is putting down pine straw, and a lot of bales of pine straw. Brr. I guess after a little bit more, the trees are down. There'll be just a smidge more sun over here, but it stays pretty shady in this part the whole year. They've got the tree loaded up, and they've brought in a few replacements. Well, we did see Miss Rose, and I've got her email now, so if we don't see her at the track, I can check in on her.
Yeah.
But we accidentally ended up walking an extra lap because we was having such good conversation.
Yeah, they were ripping the day.
Yeah. And the owner over here is with his crew working on the landscaping, and he apologized for blocking the sidewalk, and I said, it's no big deal. It was very nice that he wasn't cocky like, I'll be here if I wanna. He was more like, man, I'm really sorry I'm in y'all's way walking the sidewalk. And I'm like, well, it looks really pretty. So, I mean, what benefit would it be for me to get bent out of shape about a couple days of the crew being over there in the spring and the fall?
Yeah.
Keeping it looking nice. So, he said they hope they'll be done today. Well, I moved the house over here and I added some lights. I don't know that I'm going to leave the lights. I'm not really happy with them. I'd like to have the buildings lit up from the inside, and I've left plenty of extra windows on the back side of all my buildings just so I can do that. But God, trying to move the wire around, and I just don't have that skill set, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. The little tea lights, just set it inside with the battery, but, you know, they'll run out way faster than you want to fool with putting them in and out of the buildings, and I don't know. The light kit we put on the Apollo lunar lander, that took forever, and that was a mess, and I just don't know. I would say, gotta go USB battery operated, not plug in the wall. This wire's just too thick. Not flexible enough. Yeah, you guys are going to help, right? I got the parts to swap out the light tan with the dark tan. It won't take me but a few minutes to finish that up. I guess technically I needed 4 more of these things in black. Although I do have them in gray. I might switch it from white to gray. We'll see. Priorities.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engine full power. And liftoff.
All right, I've got Sam and Johnny, and we are headed into the driver's license office after chatting in the Tesla with the air conditioner running because we were early. But here we are, wish us luck. Hope we have all the documents we need and we don't get stuck waiting extra. We'd better. We went inside at 3 o'clock and it's 5:05, but at least they didn't kick us out without doing what we needed them to do for us.
They found out I'm an American citizen. Surprising.
So Johnny's learner's permit already was Real ID certified. It had the, and I hesitate to say this, but it had the gold star on it. And that's how they mark them here to show that it's been Real ID certified. But anyway, he's renewed for another 18 months. Well, I got Sam dropped off and we're headed back to Fuquay now. And yeah, the normal highway we're on, it doesn't do too good at 6 o'clock at night. It's quite stop and go out here. Well, even though it's 6:43 at night, he's still got a smile on his face, washing Ruby to get her looking decent for tomorrow. I got home at 6:30 and he had the equipment out and I vacuumed real quick. I mean, real quick. And yeah, she needed to clean up. It may not be the best detail ever, but Dawn's washing her. Thank you, Donnie. Well, since you're going to be taking stuff with us tomorrow, pick up that bucket I just sat in front of you.
Oh, I gotta pick up a bucket? Oh my God, it's heavy. Oh, look at this.
I guess I didn't take the clearance off of it.
Yeah, clean and shine.
It's Jay Leno's garage.
Yeah, I like J-Lo. He does good products.
I checked up the individual things on Amazon, and this is much cheaper. And then the nice thing about this is all of the bottles fit in it. It's the right height. So you could literally throw in anything you needed.
Yeah.
Put it in the back of the car. Nothing can accidentally spill.
Right. Gotta be muscle guy to get into it, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, this orange stuff's real good. And this stuff is good too. This is that tire trim. It really makes the tires black. Don't know.
Glass cleaner.
That's probably good. I haven't used the green stuff. That says, what is it, aluminum?
All-purpose cleaner.
All-purpose cleaner. And the last one is
interior detailer. And a microfiber towel.
And a microfiber towel.
And the bottles fit in that bucket.
And the bottle, is this the car wash stuff?
Yep.
And the bottles fit in this bucket.
So, one more day and a half early again. You can have that too.
Yeah, well, I will stuff some more stuff in here.
Yeah, he was going to take stuff with him tomorrow so we can fuss on. We won't have time in the morning, so we can detail on Ruby. And I thought, that's why I got that bucket. So when we go places, nothing can spill. It all stands up straight in it.
It's a nice car wash bucket.
Yep, and it's a car wash bucket too.
Yeah, I like it.